Now, Elder Scrolls Online.
Can't wait.
It finally
Are you
looks
being serious?
I'm serious. I'm excited. I played it at PAX. Is that right? PAX. Well, it was the last one. I went and played it at PAX. Was a big fan. Very excited.
Was it in third person then?
It was both. I could
both?
jump back and forth.
I think it's still
because now it's first person. Like it looks just like Skyrim when you play that way.
You can jump around and do both.
Yeah, I'm excited about it as well.
It's out April 4th.
It's coming up, man. On PC.
ESRB rating was just announced. It received an M for mature, which wasn't a surprise to me, but apparently it was a surprise to Bethesda.
I cannot believe that this is a game. Bethesda is a really, really savvy company. You know, they're one of the most savvy companies in the industry. They've been working on this game for years, targeting a T rating, and then it comes back an M, and they say, "Oh, we're really surprised about this M rating." How does that happen?
We had no idea. We've never
how
made a
could
game.
they not know? How could they miss? Like, it occasionally happens with movies where we were really targeting a PG-13.
Right,
they give us an R, and they make a few cuts, and you know they have some back and forth and get it down to PG-13.
I am correct.
You're correct.
PC, April.
Okay.
Consoles later on. I was afraid I was breaking some kind of embargo. I had to text Leah. I was like, wait.
Okay. Yeah, it's rated M, even though they were expecting a T. But the last two Elder Scrolls games, Skyrim and Oblivion, were both rated M.
That's true. So it's not like this is some gigantic blow where like now all these kids that love Skyrim aren't going to be able to play this new one. Like it's the same audience.
I know. Yeah. But I don't know. Like you say you're excited for it,
Right.
and I keep hearing from people who have played it that they are excited for it. But it is a game that you have to buy for $60 and then pay a $15 a month
it's
subscription
expensive.
fee. Right? Like it's a tough sell.
Sure.
I think I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think the
Comeback.
subscription fee is going to make a comeback.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Well, because I think the pushback against free to play and freemium is going to get stronger, and people are they're going to figure out that they don't like the way that feels in a lot of games, and they would rather just pay and not have to think about money.
People will figure out that you get what you pay for.
Well, I mean, and I've written, and other people have a lot about free-to-play games. You just don't want to be thinking about money when you're playing a game. That's the bottom
You're
line.
thinking
Totally
about
agree.
free-to-play games that actually have quality stuff you can buy, as opposed to like the type of even newer stuff, which like Dota, where you only buy cosmetic stuff. and
Free-to-play
otherwise it's free.
in and of itself is not good nor bad, just like $60 isn't good nor bad. There's good examples of free-to-play and bad. There's $60 games that are fantastic and $60 games that are terrible.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I think freemium and free-to-play is leaving a bad taste in the mouth of a lot.
It's weird to already be paying for PSN and Xbox Live,
Right.
and also
That's the other thing to it. This is on
access
top of your service.
Yeah, I don't
that you're
buy
paying
into
for.
that either because it's like, oh, you don't factor in the cost of your TV. Like you bought the TV, you bought the electricity. Like everyone already has Xbox Live or PSN for the services that it already provides.
When we get to this point, I will not be shocked when they say that you don't need PlayStation Plus for this. DC Universe Online is an online-only MMO. You do not need PlayStation
don't
Plus to
need
play
it.
it. Yeah.
I thought they already said you did. Well, maybe they haven't announced Elder Scrolls because it's too far away. But there's several MMOs that do require the premium console service.
We'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't there. And that's what it comes down to for me is that I'm not using DC in a joking sense like I normally do. I'm addicted to that MMO. I love that game and I play it all the time. And that's a free to play MMO. And the other day my subscription expired and I gave them the $125 they asked for Legendary. I was like, yep. Like and I'm not going to play it every day. I'm not going to play it every month. I'm sure this year.
Yeah.
But I want it there, and I don't want to worry about oh crap. Well, now I'm losing character slots and inventory slots and bank slots and this, that,
that's
and the
the
other.
worst.
Yeah, no, I'd rather. I'm fine. Yeah,
Then you
this
have to
game
figure
looks
out-
awesome. I'm sure I get a free month with it the first month I buy it. So then I'm paying $15 for the second month, and then am I still playing it? Who knows? I'll cross that bridge when the time comes.
You have to figure out these, no joke, like these big, giant, elaborate spreadsheets to figure out what costs what and what to get a good deal. I'm really into Lord of the Rings Online, and I think that's a game that does do free-to-play right. I really like that game's model, but I do need to look at this Google Doc to keep track of, like, okay, if I subscribe for 1 month, I get this stuff, and then I can buy this quest pack, and then that'll that'll save me money in the long run. It's like, man, I would much rather just pay a fee every month.
Right.
The downside is that then you feel pressured to play.
Yeah.
That's the thing, to get your money's worth.
So now, what about the Old Republic? Star Wars is a much stronger brand, and it couldn't maintain a subscription model.
And it made more money when it went free to play. All the games make more money when they switch to free to play.
Yeah.
So I just don't like. Do you still think Elder Scrolls is?
I think maybe it's because it's coming out on consoles and people just might not be used to that. I think it's going to attract a Skyrim audience, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they should go for that, and if they can get people to pay those prices on
it wouldn't
consoles.
strike me as odd if they do the same thing DC did, which it was, hey, we are the exact same model. We get that number, we see the bump, and then when we see the drop, that's when we go, okay, it's free to play.
The drop, just wait for the drop.
like you do.
They'll probably be my favorite example. EVE Online does this, and I believe WildStar is doing this now, where it's a paid subscription fee. It's $10 or $15 a month, but then you can buy that subscription with in-game money from other players.
Or you can actually grind.
Yeah, you can grind the currency to play for free. So let me give you an example.
If you're really good, you can keep playing the game for free.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you can use in-game currency
or if
to
you
buy
were
a
addicted
subscription.
and
That definitely happens in WildStar.
And so let's say I don't have a lot of free time, and I really want in-game currency. I want this gold to just skip ahead. Instead of buying gold from the game service, like in a game like Guild Wars, you give gold to another player, and then they give you a month, another month of subscription.
Oh,
okay.
And
They give it to you, or they pay for your...
you buy it. Like, you buy it with in-game money from a player. And so it's like, that way you could keep playing for free. You could say, look, I have this 1,000 gold. I don't want to pay to play this game, so I'm going to give somebody 1,000 gold, and they're going to give me a month of subscription fee. And then that player basically spent $15 to get the 1,000 gold.
Okay.
And that's what EVE Online does.
That's
and
interesting.
that's what
That's
WildStar
a good way to
does.
lock people in.
Interesting.
And so the reason the game developer doesn't care is because they still got their $15.
Yeah.
It's just they got it from one player, like, instead of two players. Like, it's a great model.
They also announced the voice cast today for Elder Scrolls Online.
A lot of names on it.
John Cleese is on there, Kate Beckinsale, Alfred Molina, Malcolm McDowell, and Linda Carter, which I thought was interesting. I don't know how much voice acting she does. Yeah, she's Wonder Woman. Yeah, from Hot Fuzz, Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so it's an impressive voice cast.
It's a big voice. It's a crazy voice cast for an MMO. That's what surprised me.
Dude, so many F-bombs to get that rating.
If this were Skyrim, I'd be like, oh yeah, famous voices. But in an MMO, I don't know that the people in like Old Republic were that famous, for example.
Well, that was notable for its voice acting, though. They spent
that's what I mean.
so much money, and it took so long. It's funny how this has become part of MMOs, is to have the voice acting.
I think that's kind of what killed Old Republic. Is like that game's production values were so high and so through the roof that they couldn't keep a steady flow of content coming.
Yeah.
It was hard for them to make new stuff, and I hope Elder Scrolls doesn't fall prey to that. I'm really, really excited about that game.
Yeah, I hope it pans out.
Elder Scrolls Online is out April 4th on PC. Consoles coming at a later date.